Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we're going to be taking a look at some excerpts from episode 4 of Street Dance Girl Fighters season 1. If you are wanting to get in on the action on full episode reactions, I have that on Patreon. So what you're going to be seeing are excerpts from when I did that reaction to the entire thing, and there's a chance that some of my feedback is tailored towards other elements that I had already seen previously from the episode, so just kind of keep that in mind whenever I do go over the analysis. But I hope you guys enjoy, and let's check it out. All right, here we go. Woo! Look at him. Yo, that was cool! Love this! It's so fun! Yes! Energy is so good on this right here. Sheesh! This is a great remix though. Yeah! I love the energy on that. It's so good. The energy. So cute. I agree. Oh, I love the energy. Yeah. Really great. Really great. Yeah. The energy is so fun here. The tutting is great. I love that. That was really fun. Really fun. I think it was a very smart call. Even though Amazon did not do their part A, it was still a very smart call to go with Amazon because of their experience. So I think that's probably what I was leaning towards too, because with the other group, they were pretty equally stacked. And so it was like they both should have pulled equal weight on it. And they, you know what I mean? But here they were more considerate of each other, I think. At least Amazon was definitely more considerate of the mission than I feel like the other team was. So I think that's probably why I was like, it's a pretty good call. That was really fun. I genuinely feel this turned out great. It really did. It was fun. I would say out of Clue C and Amazon is definitely one who I mean, if you see like their caliber and understanding how to I'll put it this way. Their toolkit and choreography is definitely more refined than what we've seen from Clue C. I know Lachica knew that and noticed that, which is why they thought very realistically on who took the joint choreo. Because I think they understood and had confidence with Amazon that they were going to pull a fantastic part A. Look at this. I really love just the setup of this. You notice with it's all straight here. And then they started to go abstract here. It's so different than what you would normally expect when you have a line like this. Normally it's symmetrical, or if everybody's hitting these types of angles, that's what's going to happen on the other side, but it's already making you think more complex or flipping it on its head ever so slightly. That was very, very enjoyable. Now, let's see if I can get my mouse to work. Very clean. I think all of them are surprised because I know a lot of them probably watched the videos and they had no idea who was each crew, and I'm assuming they're surprised that this was Amazon that did this. It is really fun though to see who's under the mask, I will say. No one. So they're very impressed. The energy is really, really fun here. I love that ba-da-da-da-da-da. I love the folds in there. And the formations are very clean. They carried, I'm going to be honest, they carried this routine. Amazon carried the routine. For sure. They look different without the mask. I wonder if the mask hindered them in the judging or in the scoring. That right there, that was so nice. La da 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 da. Notice just a slight tilt of the head really changes the essence. And they just did the same groove, but they revved up the energy ever so slightly. I love moments like that. I love moments like that. Having the energy pulling it up and down. And I've mentioned this before because I've noticed gloves before. Whenever you see people who use gloves, you're naturally going to be more inclined to look at their hands because they're wearing gloves, and especially red gloves at that. It is such a focal point color, and they have to be very mindful where their hands are at all times. It also is a high risk, high reward situation, which is what we end up seeing here. It's very similar to hat tricks in Crump or shoe tricks in Light Feet. So I really think it really did well for them. This is such a great fit, honestly. Yeah, because now I've seen her in season 2. Gosh, I hope she makes it on to the final lineup of her crew she joined with Venture. Like, I'm very excited for her. I would say out of everybody in, like, as dancers, she's probably one of my favorites, honestly. If I have favorites, I really enjoy her presence in general, how she performs. I've really enjoyed her from the first season, so I'm excited to see her in the second season. Very clean. I love the triple with the vest to reestablish and reinstate. I will say there was a slight hiccup over here with one of my dancers. They opened it up. This was great. Oh, I dropped that alcohol, like the da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Really great energy being built up. Yeah. And I love how they twist it and then they choose to curve it over, using the legs a lot here. Great clean lines, great usage of their levels. Honestly, they're doing a freaking great job with 6 people. Normally it's, more concerning when you have an even number. It's harder to justify some symmetry, but this was great. I love how they come on. So fun. I like it like that. Great freaking mashup. They drop it down. Very clean start. I will say their energy drops ever so slightly. They're a bit more rigid, rough around the edges in some of their choreography choices, but I like the choices. While she folds down, I feel like we could have articulated or really established more of an itemized drop down. Angles look great. Here, my one note is I'm always a fan of whenever we see proper technique, but I really wish we were doing something in the lower half because it really feels like we're just doing a drill. It's what it feels like here. So that's where the energy started to drop, as it was very isolated in the upper body. In the lower body, there really wasn't anything going on. So that would be my note, is to enhance, do something with the lower half, maybe make it more polyrhythmic. This was a great build on. Yeah, but some of them, of course, like they step out very full in energy, and some of them took a more subtle approach, engaging with the legs more on shoulder length apart than on the full gregarious, extroverted movement here. I feel like a lot of it is isolated to the upper body, or whenever they're doing locks. I feel like not everybody's on the same page of how they're choosing to do the texture of the lock or the posture of the lock for this type of track. That right there, like spicy, I really feel that was a marked transition with the lower half, but I love the energy that they're pulling with their face, but of course their face couldn't help them for, you know, for the social media voting. So I wonder how the votes are going to look there. It is a cute energy. Yeah, boom, money. That was cute. Boom, pa, and that little pop at the end. So fun. So fun. This is really, really fun to see. Bringing it around. Dun, dun. Yeah, it's just with their locking. I do appreciate the variance here. It does feel a little bit muddled though. So if you watch my center dancer here, this is an example of what I'm talking about. As she comes up, notice she kind of lost her footing a little bit there, and then she couldn't keep attention while the transition was happening. So that would be my note there of how you can tell her performance and presence needed to be a little bit more in the forefront because she was doing the movement, but there wasn't any power or essence behind it as much as there needed to be for her to carry that feature in the front. Having now Amazon go back in, really nice. We get to really see the concept come together. I love that. It's just great. Ties in Amazon section, but it also ties in the gimmick and performance of Clue C. Yeah, that was really great seeing them. And because Clue C is a way more flamboyant color, because Amazon has it as an accent, that's not their main color. It just shows you how incredibly well functioning Amazon is to be able to pull it together like this, to make the group look this cohesive, even though they're not standing out, even in the colors. Like Clue C standing out because of naturally what they're wearing. That was really smart choice because Clue C held it, but Amazon hit that tricky musicality with the pop-up. So I really like how considerate they are of the limitations of Clue C on their turnaround time. Not saying Clue C couldn't do it, but in the time frame. You always have to think time frame with choreography, because I know for myself personally, there's certain aspirations of type of choreography I would want to do in my life, but I also have to factor in how much time I have with my respective groups that I choose to do these projects with or choreographies with. If I'm doing a studio choreography that is going to be competed and I only have 30 minutes a week to clean the routine, yes, 30 minutes a week. I don't have 3-hour rehearsals. I only get those if I really need to hone in and do major cleaning. 30 minutes a week on one routine, but they have 6 routines that each get 30 minutes of attention, and then they have their regular technique classes, and then they go and compete. I have to be very considerate of what their bodies are being trained in, which is beautiful in the fact that I teach them in their curriculum classes, so I'm able to really know what they're learning because they're learning it from me. So whenever we clean their choreography, I'm able to tailor in things that we learned from class into their choreography and clean and still make it productive and educational. And so when they compete it, they can be set up for success like this. So factoring in the turnaround time and the ability of comprehension for those that are affiliated is really great skill to have, especially as a choreographer, and it's really nice to see Amazon pull that. Just little choices like that go a long way. This right here is so freaking sick. Ties in the very beginning of the routine. And I love that she's running away and she's like, no way, no thank you. Yeah, it's so cute seeing the cute thief, and they're like, no, you're not gonna get away. And the tutting section looks so freaking cool. It does look like a prison cell. Like, you got caught. I love the guns. I do think that it was a bit trickier to really see that because our criminals are trying to spread out into their final formation. I see that. So it is a bit muddled here. So my one note would be to create a level or something to really showcase the differences and not just let the costuming be the determining factor of your different groups getting back in. Having this moment here, I know they're doing more of a locking posture, but I really feel like there needed to be a little bit more flamboyant in their posing to help match the energy of the tuts that we just saw, or the power that Amazon had set it up to be. And finishing it off, they come back in, they created a jail cell, they're trying to get out, they can't, they're back in. Now, I love the level choice. They've dropped to allow a moment for Clue C, they're crazy, and then they finish. They're down. It does remind me of the Squid Game routine because they ended up, they killed their members. So I will say with concept, I really, really like this one. And they should score pretty well. But my big note is I think out of the two groups between Amazon and Clue C, Amazon it didn't feel as equally yoked. I felt like we found more discrepancies with Clue C section than we did with Amazon. So there's a chance they may not score. They're probably not going to score as high as, let's say, YGX or Proudmon, but I would say they'll probably, I would give this like in the 270s. This should be in the upper tier, I would think, just based off of based off of what I've already seen and all that. And I know I already said too that you shouldn't, when you're adjudicating, you shouldn't compare crews. I'm doing an analysis and I don't know what the criteria is, or I would be making it way more objective. If I'm being like honest of where I think this should pretty much be stacked on, my opinion doesn't matter. This has already happened. It's been like a year, right? So I have a feeling that it's probably going to land around probably under Proudmon, but not as low as Want, possibly. I don't know. But the concept was great. I think this was really, really fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more Street Dance Girl Fighter content, Street Fighter content in general, K-pop dance content, things of the like, I have that not only on YouTube, but I have so much of it that is early release or exclusive to Patreon, whether that's copyright or very special incentives for Patreon, like bonus clips that we take a look at and react to, things like that. So if that's something that intrigues you, you can head over there and check it out. But if you're okay with just seeing what I post on YouTube daily, I'm really excited for that opportunity to be able to discuss that with you both either on Patreon or YouTube. So I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye!